Amazing. Welcome again to this wonderful live stream session from Davasha. We are really delighted to be on today. Remember, today we always handle video content, and on Mondays we always have photography content, and on Fridays we have inspiring young entrepreneurs. All right, so it's amazing that you guys have been tuning on, throughout time since we began. We've actually lost count of how many times we've been able to go live, and that's pretty much interesting for us. And so we're really delighted to do this knowledge sharing. And it's important because, of course, everyone has been affected dearly with this coronavirus and this COVID-19 pandemic. And even as you continue with your daily routine, I know maybe most people have gone back to work, but any place that you are at, we just decided that throughout this period, we might share a few things, a few experiences that we've been able to go through, in our field, and be able maybe to answer some of the questions that maybe you guys out there might have concerning photography or concerning video, and even inspiring young entrepreneurs. So we're really delighted to be able to do this. And remember, we're always live at 11 a.m. That is on Monday, Wednesdays, and also on Fridays. All right. So today we have some interesting things that we want to share together. This is pretty amazing. I know you're going to love it. But of course, we always start with our news desk. And we have also some pretty interesting stuff that we might want to share with you, as far as video content is concerned and what the world is doing out there, so that you may be on the lookout, and some of these things may be of help to you. So stay tuned and let's engage together. Give us feedback on how you find our sessions, and then after that we can be able to dive into our interesting topic of the day. So right now we'll take a short break, and then after that short break we'll be able to engage on the platform and we can see what we have on our news desk. Good. So we have some pretty exciting website there. It's a browser page, all right? A nice, interesting browser page right there. So this browser page is called Toonly. That's the name of the browser page. You can see right here, it's called Toonly. And of course, it's an animation browser page, all right, that can help you create nice, interesting animations. Video is not just about, shooting someone physically, maybe as they're doing a certain activity. It's also about things that we call animations and different other ways that you can be able to have visual representation as far as videos and short clips are concerned. So animations is one way that you can be able to present or communicate to the world, and it's a very interesting tool to use as far as videos are concerned. And so the animation world has grown big right now, and there are people who are actually have actually grown their career in the animation world. And so maybe you are out there and you're not an animator yourself, but you're really interested in some of the animations that you've been able to interact with in the past. And maybe you want to venture into this world. So I just came across this site. You might engage with it and see if it is a good, friendly site that you can be able to create nice animation tools for advertising, for marketing, and even to practice, maybe to see if you can really do animation, and it can give you inspiration on what you can be able to do. And you can even use it for your own business, to create some nice, interesting, professional animated videos just to market yourself and advertise. So right here, they're saying the absolute easiest tool ever. Very nice, interesting advertising terms right there for making unbelievable, awesome, professional animated explainer videos with click and drag. Ease. So you can see it's actually about clicking and dragging. You just pick out a character, you just pick out any particular character that you so desire, and you create a story, and you can be able to come up with a very nice, interesting animation tool, or an explainer video, as they're saying here, or a promotional video just to advertise a certain event, or anything that you might want the world to know about. All right. And so it's pretty interesting. And right here, they're saying Toonly is more than just a software. It's also a community of like-minded creative people looking to make the world a better and happier place. So some of these things are pretty entertaining to look at, and we are going to be handling some of these things even in today's session in a way. And so continue to stay tuned. And so this wonderful browser here, you can be able to engage on it in a very creative way, because it's all about creativity. And I always say creativity is personal. There is no way that you can compare your creativity with someone else's creativity, because creativity comes from within. You might not be able to get a skill just from anywhere, but creativity comes from within. But a skill you have to learn from somewhere. But this is an interesting browser page that has allowed every user, maybe in business or in any type of industry, as far as animation world is concerned, that they can be able to simply create their own simple animations, just with click and drag, as they've said in the first page that we viewed. All right. So this is pretty interesting stuff. You can go through this web page. It has a lot of content. You can just dive into it, read through it, see if it favors you. You can order for it. They actually have an offer, I can see right there from Google, and you can be able to do interesting stuff. So finally, they're saying here, Toonly is so easy. Kids can use it to create professional videos. So right now, kids are at home, all right? And you can help them. You can engage them on such platforms and try to just do some co-curricular activity and let them learn new things. Let them know that they can create their own animations in a way, all right, that they can be able to play out these characters and see how much they can be able to do, all right? You can stretch their thinking, because kids are very active, I am a father actually, and I'm a father of two, and kids engage in anything that you might want to present on their table. If it's something that they will engage and they're excited to do it, especially something that is related to cartoons, they really engage, all right? And so it's a pretty interesting website that I would want you guys maybe to visit in your own way. You can even recommend it to some people that might use these websites to create some nice, interesting videos for their business or for anything that they might want to do as far as these kind of things are concerned. And so engage on the platform, see what this has, and maybe you can be able to do and create some nice, interesting animations. And as they have said, it's very easy to use. Drag and drop, all right? And you can be able to create nice stories that will help you to communicate to the world out there. Okay, so visit that website and see what it has. And then we have another website here. Of course, we've been doing quite a lot of content, and many times as we were doing content, especially video content, many of you came back on the platform and you asked us, what are some of the best video editing apps that we can use on our Android phones and on our iOS, and those are iPhones. And so I just went up on the net and I searched a few editing softwares that people can actually use, and they are very friendly, and some of them you can pay for them and some of them are actually free. So we can just go through them one by one and see what they have, and maybe later you can be able to visit this interesting website here and it's called Studio Binder. That's the name of the browser page. You can just go into it and view some of the interesting editing apps, and these are just apps, from your phone. You don't have to go the professional way. You just do it yourself. You just learn the software because it has a DIY approach, do it yourself approach. So you just learn the software and you can be able to go step by step and be able to edit nice, interesting videos just from your smartphone. If you know people who do vlogging, if you are aspiring to start vlogging and you are wondering, how will I be able to edit my videos? Then this is a pretty interesting platform for you to engage on and for you to check it out and see what it has. So let's just scroll through and see some of the interesting applications that you can get on your iPhone phone and on your Android phone, and maybe you can be able to do some editing just with your smartphone, because technology has really kickstarted the world in a new way. All right, so there's an interesting software here that they're calling Adobe Premiere Rush. So this is actually a very professional editing software, and this is actually what we use here at Davasha to edit our videos. I said I'm a videographer and also an editor, so I have interfaced with Adobe Premiere, and it's a nice, interesting editing tool, but it's professional. But I see they have created an editing app for smartphones, and this is pretty interesting. So they have a video here. You can actually play it in your own time and see what this amazing app can be able to do. So remember, this is from an application where you can be able to edit your videos professionally or on a professional level, but they have simplified it, and this is an app that you can actually install on your phone and do very nice editing, just at the comfort of your home, just with your smartphone. All right, so check it up, see what it has, and let's just go through some of the details that they've written here. So they say Adobe Rush video editing app. It's free, yes, and you can even pay for it. It has the capacity or the capability to edit 4K videos. This is interesting. You can export videos for YouTube. You can export videos for multi-track editor. Available platforms is it is available on iOS, Android, Windows, and Mac OS. All right. So this is an interesting app. So meaning, when they say you can actually use it on Windows and Mac, it means that this particular one, you can be able to install it on your computer, if it's a Mac or Windows, and be able to use it with ease, because it is very, very easy to use. It's not complex like the professional editing softwares where you have to do everything from scratch. All right, nice. So they have another one here that they've listed down, and it's called LumaFusion. That is the name of it, LumaFusion. And again, I like this website because they have actually a video where you can preview and be able to see what it has and what it can be able to do. So it's not just about talking, it's just about going into the website and engaging with it and viewing some of these interesting videos that they've uploaded here. And you can be able to see for yourself what this software can be able to do, or this particular app can be able to do. So let us go to the details. So they're saying LumaFusion video editing app is free. It's not free, so you have to pay for it. And then it has 4K capabilities. All right, it can edit 4K videos. You can actually do YouTube exported videos that are ready just to be uploaded on YouTube. That's what they mean. And then multi-track editor, available platform iOS. So this is specifically for iPhones. All right, and one of the things about the iPhone phones, not most things are actually free. Most of the apps that are actually on iOS, I find that they have a particular fee that you have to pay so that you can be able to engage on them. But for Androids, most applications are free, unless maybe you want something that is pretty unique and you have maybe to pay for the app so that you can be able to use it. All right, or rather purchase it. And then there is KineMaster Pro right there. KineMaster Pro. It's an editing software. Again, this is just for smartphones. They have a video there that you can check out. And they're saying video maker app details. So free, yes, it is free. You can also pay for it. There's also an option for you to pay for it. Maybe when you pay for it, you get some added advantage, as you edit your videos. Maybe they have other features that you cannot be able to access unless maybe you purchase this particular app. So 4K capabilities, yes. So you can see what technology has helped us to do, or where we've come as far as technology is concerned. That right now you can be able to edit 4K videos just with a smartphone. This is pretty interesting. This was not possible. I mean, there are laptops that are unable to edit 4K videos. Laptops, complete laptops, they are unable to process 4K resolution videos. But right here we can see applications, editing softwares just on your smartphone, and they can be able to edit 4K resolution videos. So this is pretty much interesting. So just go through this page, and then there's another one here, iMovie. Another app here, very interesting, of course free as they've indicated here, and then 4K capability. All this is repeated. It can be able to do the same thing as the others, and then this is only for iOS. It's not for Android, just for iPhones. All right. Best for artistic looking, for good free video editing app for devices such as iPhone and iPads, just as I've said. So the content is pretty much repetitive in terms of what you can be able to do with the app. But the good thing with this is that if you feel one app is not very friendly to you as far as you as a user is concerned, then you might want to consider maybe to go for another option. And the options are actually limitless. All right. And then there is the other one that I've always recommended, which is Filmora Go. And it's also an app again, also for Androids, and there you go, it's free. Yeah, it's free purchase, and you can also purchase this app, and it can be able maybe to open up new features that you can be able to use. Maybe when it's free, it is limited to a particular point, but it has same capabilities. But this one is specifically for Androids. This is not for iPhones. So I like the versatility of this particular website because it has given you options for both iPhone users and also Android users. So nice, interesting things right here. And the options are quite a lot, quite a lot. You can just go through this page and you can be able to pick out, any particular app, and you can be able to install it on your smartphone. And voila, there you are. You can just start off editing your nice clips and even uploading them on social media in one way or another. And this is pretty much interesting. So that is all from our news desk. Allow me just to go back to studio, and then we can be able to engage further. So welcome to this wonderful live stream. And it's pretty much exciting that you guys always join us, for this content and this knowledge that we are sharing to you out here. So allow me right now just to see some of the people that have just joined us, and just to appreciate you because you're very dear to us. Remember, if you guys did not join us, then of course we will just be doing this for ourselves. But when you guys join us live, then we are pretty excited and we feel that what we're doing is actually valuable. So we have Carlson Detrix, always a pleasure to see you, and you've joined today. Thank you so much. Martin Wansha, you've joined. Dennis Ngugi, you've joined. Kimsley, Carlsley, you've joined. Thank you so much for joining. David Kihara, you've joined. And there's some interesting comments, coming down. Haron Kaburia joined. Thank you so much, Haron. Wamboi Ngoge joined. Thank you, Sana Wamboi, for joining. And this is pretty exciting. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. It's pretty exciting. So we have some pretty exciting stuff that we are going to go through. And I just want to dive into our topic of the day, and we can be able to see nice things that are prepared for you as far as a presentation is concerned. And we can engage on this platform, and you can always share your knowledge and share what you think about some of the things that we're talking about. And that will be pretty exciting. So let's take a short break, and then we can engage on the next platform, which is the presentation bit. Good, amazing. So today we are talking about giants in the video world. Wow, giants in the video world. That's what we are going to be handling today. So I know many people have heard stories about giants, and it's actually a very, very controversial or rather topic, that did giants really exist in this world? Time past, did giants really exist? And there are all these theories, and there are all these stories, and there are all these scientific facts that actually prove that giants exist, and other people say they did not exist. But today, we're not going to look at that part of history. Today we are going to look at some of the giants that are in the video world, some of the things that have actually been explored, and they are very, very gigantic, big things that have actually infiltrated the video world, and they are actually influencing the video world in a very, very positive way. Some of them may influence the world in a positive way, others may influence the world in a negative way. But we want to look at what are these giants that have been able to enter into the video world, and they have dominated, and they have an influence in the video world. All right, so we're just going to go through the presentation and see what are these giants that we are talking about. All right, nice. So right there on my screen is my first presentation, and we're talking about giants in video world. So allow me first to define giant, so that you can be able to understand my context in terms of what I want us to discuss. So a giant, in my perspective, and what I want us to discuss as far as the video world is concerned, is something unusually large or powerful. So what are these things that are powerful in the video world that have revolutionized the video world? All right. And then another definition there, greater or more eminent. Very interesting, intriguing words. And the word eminent here means present to a notable degree. So what are these things that are notable? That they are present to a notable degree in the video world. Things that you cannot be able to ignore. I just want to imagine if a giant would appear right now in this world that we're living in, who would not know about it? All right? And that's the perspective that I want you to look at. That's the thought that I want you to process in your mind, that if a giant would be introduced in this world right now, who would not know about it? So meaning it's something that has a notable degree. In other words, you cannot be able to ignore it. And it has been able to infiltrate the video world, and it's actually pulling the video world, and pulling much traffic to the video world, and in a way you cannot be able to ignore it. Another one here is a giant is something that is of importance than others. So what are these things that are of importance in the video world that you need to know about, and they might actually be beneficial to you? All right, interesting. Nice. My first point, online platforms. Online platforms are giants in the video world. And why do I say this? You'll realize that every second there is someone who is accessing an online platform. And every time someone is accessing an online platform, there are actually tons and tons of videos that people have uploaded, on the online platforms. Talk about websites, talk about social media. And my first point here, my first bullet is social media statistics from 2019 show that there are 3.5 billion social media users. That's amazing. So what are we talking about here? This equates to about 45% of the current world's population. The current world population right now, and it's growing, is 8 billion people. So the social media platform alone has 3.5 billion people. So imagine if you have a video and you have uploaded this video on online platform, it means that it has the capacity to be viewed by many people than you can imagine. All right, especially if your video is intriguing, especially if what you've created as an artist or what you have is interesting and attractive, it has an opportunity to be viewed by masses. All right, so online platforms are giants in the video world. You cannot be able to ignore it. If you have a business, if you have a website, you need to introduce some videos on the website, on the social media platforms. And these things will help you become known out there. I mean, many people have come from ashes because they just they just had some presence on the online platform. And it's not only about video, it's about everything else. I mean, corporate entities, personal businesses, name it. People right now are on the online platform like you've never seen, especially right now in the pandemic. People are using online platforms to be able to communicate in various ways, and videos are one of the powerful ways and one of the powerful tools that you can use to engage on online platforms. Again, this platform also offers countless possibilities to share and engage with user-generated content like photos and videos. All right? Amazing. You can never exhaust the video content on this platform. Statistics show 300 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. Can you imagine? If you divide 300 hours with a certain time, you realize that is quite an amount of time. It means that for a minute, you have 12 days of hours in terms of video, 12 days of hours in terms of video every minute. 12 days of hours of video are being uploaded just in a minute. All right, if you just convert 300 into days, all right, that is 300 divided by 24, you realize that you'll have 12 days of video in a minute being uploaded on YouTube. This is just crazy stuff. So you need to engage your videos on online platforms because they are giants. This is a big giant in the video world. And once you do this, of course, you're guaranteed that people out there are going to access your content one way or another. All right. Number 2, business. Business is a big giant in the video world. Why do I say that business is a giant in the video world? It's because people are creating promotional videos. And promotional videos help you to become competitive, and they can create awareness for your service and products. So if you're a businessman out there, all right, you have a business, you're selling products, you're offering services, you need to think about video content. How can I create video content? Where can I find people who can help me generate content and to create awareness for my business? Because people have actually been able to thrive in their businesses just because they introduced the video world into their business. Think about this. People like Safaricom, they are a big network company. They are always advertising. They are always using videos on social media. They are always doing videos on mainstream media. Everywhere, videos are running from Safaricom every day, every minute. There's always a video that has been created to create awareness to the people. All right. So this is a nice marketing tool. All right. With video, you can be able to focus your message and ensure that they receive the information most likely to convert them from a visitor into a customer or a client. All right. So this is what video can do to your business. It can convert just a visitor, just someone who has just visited your website. Through a video, they can be able to be turned from a visitor of a website to a customer. Think about that. How many sales can you make if you only had videos introduced as marketing material for your business? All right. So these giants cannot be ignored, and they cannot also not be ignored in the video world because they have made tremendous changes. Videos are able to connect with the customer or client 24/7, whether day or night. Online, meaning they represent your business in your absence. All right. So a video can represent your business in your absence. When you're asleep, there's a video that is running on social media, online platforms. And these videos are actually telling people about you. They're informing people about what you can be able to do. All right. So they represent you when you're absent. You can continue with your own things. You can continue running your business, but you can let the videos do the work for you. They can be your voice to the world. All right. Because, the videos are a communication tool. All right. Interesting. So business is a big giant in the video world. Another giant, animations. All right. So animation is a method which figures, images, or icons are manipulated to appear as if they're moving. All right. So animations, or what we called cartoons back then, was just for children. All right. cartoons. That is what animation is all about. This was just content that was consumed by children back then. But right now, animation is not only for children. Animation is for all ages. And remember, we just looked at a nice, interesting website there called Toonly. All right, it's an animation kind of a website where you can create your own animations. All right, and these are videos. All these are powered by the video world. They are powered by this thing that we are calling video. All right, and so animations are not only for children. They are also content that can be used to create communication tools, for people out there. And corporates are using animation. I remember when fiber was introduced into Kenya, fiber networks, they have never done any advertising, or they've never created any advertising material with anything else apart from animation. And this is how the Fat Boy company was created. Fat Boy are quite professionals in the animation world. That is what they specialize in. We also do animations here at Davasha, all right? And there are very many ways that you can be able to engage in the animation world. And so it's a big giant that has been able to be, that has been introduced in the video world, and it is making tremendous changes and giving a very big influence. So animations have the ability to engage an audience and convey complex ideas, all right? So how can it be able to convey complex ideas? You see, things like Bible stories. Bible stories are very complex for children. At times, it's very hard for you to take a Bible and go through the stories of the Bible with your child. At times, it will take too long for you to complete a story. But right now, people have actually done nice animations for Bible stories, and they've simplified the context. There is actually an app where you can be able to go through Bible stories from the book of Genesis to the book of Revelation. All right, and many other religious platforms or many other religions have been able to use this wonderful tool that we are calling animation. Is a big giant, and it can be able to collapse or convey complex ideas in a very simple and easy way, and also entertaining way. So this is pretty interesting stuff that you can be able to use, that you can be able to engage in. And these are giants. Remember, they have infiltrated the video world, and they are actually creating an influence in the world. All right. Entertainment is a big giant in the video world. Why do I say this? Videos have become tools of entertainment. All right. How have they become tools of entertainment? In our homes, people watch movies. Movies are just videos. All right. Hotels have actually been able to bring these nice, interesting screens, on their lobbies, and you can be able to see the facilities of the hotel. And people have actually done nice professional promotional videos for hotels. So you can be able to see what the hotel offers just at the lobby. Why? Because it's entertaining. It gives you the excitement to see it. Once you see the pool and the rooms, how they look like, the restaurant and all these features from the hotel, it's entertaining. It's attractive to watch. All right. Music industry. Right now, music is not just to be listened to, but right now, people have actually done tons and tons of music videos. All right. And this is the world of entertainment. So video has played a big role in the entertainment industry. And so it's a very big giant. All right. Interesting stuff. Visitors who view videos on a retail or corporate website stay an average of 2 minutes longer than those who don't watch any videos. So videos are entertaining. All right. Someone will find a video on your website, and they, as statistics is saying here, they would stay 2 minutes longer. Interesting. People are much more likely to remember your product or service after watching a video, especially when it's entertaining. Pretty stuff, all right? So these are giants, all right? Once you create a video, think about these things. Once you are going about your business, once you're just doing things here and there, once you're in the world and you engage on many platforms and you do so many things, think about this. Think about these giants and see how they can be able to change your world as far as video is concerned. Okay? And then finally, the last giant in the video world is technology. I mean, we're living in a digital world, just like in my first point right there. It's a digital world that we're living in. And so technology is a big giant in the video world. All right. This is exciting. How can you be able to use technology in the video world? How do you integrate the two? It's pretty easy. Smartphones are able to shoot high quality videos and they are user friendly. Remember, we've just gone through a website where we've seen, numerous numbers of editing applications that you can be able to install on your smartphones, and you can be able to edit nice, interesting videos just with your smartphone. All right, this was not possible some years back, but because of technology and because it's a very big giant in today's world, it has been able to transform the smartphone industry. And right now, smartphones are superior like never before. All right, something else that is in the technological world that has changed the video world. These are drones. Drones have changed the video world. How have they changed it? Before the use of commercial drones, the only way to produce an aerial shot was to rent a helicopter and a licensed pilot. See, look at this. I mean, people could not be able to achieve aerial shots or aerial view shots, unless you had a helicopter and a licensed pilot. How many people right now can afford a helicopter and a licensed pilot just so that they can get that aerial shot? But look at what technology has done. It has given us drones. And these drones, we actually use drones in our shoots, and it's amazing. Drones will add that spice that is exciting to look at, because we are not like birds. We'll never see from an aerial perspective. But we're able to see something from an aerial perspective, and it comes out so nicely. The real estate business is using drones to be able to show people, the magnitude of the estate and how beautiful the properties look. Hotels have used drones, to do nice, interesting promo videos just to see how the hotel looks like, holistically in its physical form, how it looks like, how the pool looks like, how it's, interestingly closer to the beach and all these things. And so this is a revolution. And so it's a big giant. And drones can now do live stream on live events. It's interesting. I mean, technology has given us possibilities that were never there before. All right. So right now we're doing live streaming. And as I was saying in our last live stream video, that there are all these video trends that are going out in the world right now, and live streaming is one of them. So how could we be able to live stream back then? You could only use mainstream media, but because of technology, we are able to do this at affordable costs. All right. So again, what technology has done right now, we have wireless smart security cameras that store footage on the cloud. All right. So right now, you don't need to worry about space. You can just store heavy footage just in the cloud, and you can be able, to access that footage anytime you want. Security cameras back then, they were wired, running cables from one place, to the control room. It was crazy. But right now we have smartphones, or rather wireless smart security cameras that you can actually mount on a wall, and they can be able to sort you out. And security cameras just shoot videos. All right. So this is an interesting world that you need to engage in. So go through some of these giants that I've given you today and see how you can use videos to create an influence in the world. All right. Pretty exciting. So allow me just to go back to studio, and then we can be able to engage further. All right. So this is pretty much interesting stuff. I was actually perplexed and surprised that these giants, in the video world have been able to transform the world tremendously. And it's not something that you can be able to ignore. So right now, I want us to take a short break, and then we can just go to the comment section and we can see what you guys are saying. Remember, we are live on Facebook and we are also live on YouTube. All right. So this content is free for you on all these platforms. All right. Just to be able to enlighten you on what our world of career, or rather in our world of art, and what this content can be able to help you to do as far as your world is concerned. So all of us are interconnected. What I'm sharing can be able to help you in one way or another. And maybe what you give us as feedback and what you write to us is also important, because we can be able to exchange ideas and see what is there in the world and what we can pick from the world and what will be beneficial to us. So allow me just to take a short break, and then we can go to the comment section and see what you guys are saying about this show. Thank you. Good, pretty exciting. So let me just go right to the comment section and see what you guys are saying. So there's Carlton Datrix, tuned in and excited for this thrilling topic. Amen. Thank you so much for joining, Carlton. It's indeed a thrilling topic also for me. And thank you so much for joining. Slavi de Ila says, interesting topic. Thank you so much, Slavi, for tuning in. That's exciting. Haron Kaburia joined. Thank you so much, Haron, for joining. I hope this content was beneficial to you as well. Teresa Hitton following. Thank you so much, Teresa Hitton, for following. A lot of new people have actually joined us today, and this is pretty exciting. Kamau Joel joined. Thank you so much, Kamau Joel, for joining. We appreciate you for tuning in. I hope the content was also beneficial to you. King Madhadi Laini tuned in. Thank you. Israel Robert Burale joined. Thank you, Israel Robert Burale, for joining. You have actually been able to conquer one of the giants, and that is the online platforms. You are always on online platforms, giving people knowledge and sharing insightful topics, to the world. And you have actually taken advantage of what I was talking about today. And that's the giant in the online platform that has actually created a very big influence in the video world. So thank you so much, Robert, for joining. Carlton Datrix, wow, this is elevating my thinking and helping me to see that I can turn a hobby into a giant. This is exciting. So giants are big things, when you just think about it, it's just exciting and thrilling. I'm dreaming big from now on. Continue dreaming big. It's important. All right. Go to the heights of giants and you'll be able to conquer the world like never before. All right. Queen Vaji joined. Thank you so much, Queen Vaji, for joining. You have actually tuned in. Thank you so much, guys. That is on Facebook. Let us just go now to YouTube and see what you guys are actually saying as far as your comments are concerned. And it's pretty exciting that you guys are coming forth and giving us motivation and encouraging us and telling us that this content is actually helpful, and this content is actually triggering some of the things that you've not been able to do in the past, and now you can engage in the world in a different way because now you are empowered with knowledge. All right. So let's just go to YouTube and see what you guys are saying. Elijah Kungo, another enthusiast of ours. Thank you so much, Elijah, for joining. Tuned in. We have missed you, Dennis. Karibu sana. Twende kazi. Thank you so much for that exciting comment right there. I'm really thrilled that you guys are actually waiting to hear what we will share. And that's very, very, very encouraging. And we'll continue to give you content as far as you guys are always on this platform. Then we are always exciting to do research and be able to come up with nice, interesting topics that we can be able to discuss and think through. All right. Thank you so much, Kungu, for that. And then someone else here, Elijah Kungu, says, This clearly shows that there are very many avenues of employment and growth. So vijana wasiseme hakuna kazi, ni ukweli, that's very true. Let no one say that there is no job, all right? There are no opportunities. Opportunities are there. You just need to place yourself in the right platform. You just need to analyze what is there in the world and see how you can be beneficial in the world right now, because there are so many avenues that you can be able to reinvent yourself or to bring yourself to the table and and let the world know that you can be able to do something. All right. So never feel that you're left behind. The world is ready to hear you. The only thing that you need to do is step up and actually search within yourself. What do you have to offer to the world? What solutions can you bring to the world? And in that way, there are very many avenues that you can use to scale up the heights, all right? And the giants that we've discussed are one way to be able to elevate yourself. David Njuguna says, for creating a good business video as a layman, would you what would you recommend? Would you recommend do it yourself or hiring a professional, and why? And this is my comment for this. If you're a businessman and you have a business, it depends with the scale of your business. If the scale of your business cannot be able to afford professional services, then you need to learn some of the skills that can help you, to create nice, interesting videos. And there are very many ways that you can be able to do that. You don't actually need professionals. There's a way professionals come in, and there's a way you can also come in. There's a way professionals plug in to creating videos for your business, and there's a way you can also come in. So if you are stuck and you don't know what to do and you don't know what is the right approach, then at that particular point you need professionals. And if you need something that is outstanding, and as we were saying, the giant of entertainment, you need something entertaining, then you need creatives, to come on board so that they can help you create a concept. And with this concept, you can be able, they can be able to create a nice, interesting promo video or advertising material that can help you, that can put you on the map. All right, maybe you're developing a website. So how do you make your website exciting? Then you need to create some interesting content like videos that will help people to be attracted to your website. All right, so as a business person, there's a level where you need professionals, and there's a level where you can actually do it yourself. So you need to gauge and see, at this particular point, who do I need? Do I need a professional, or can I do it myself? And if you've not grown to a point where you actually need a professional, then you can just do it yourself. Maybe products like shoes or clothes, and you're just starting out, you can actually shoot them yourself. You just need to just go through some of the content that we've been able to share before. We've actually shared quite a lot, ways that you can shoot with a smartphone, tips, and you can try them out. All right. And the most important thing is to make sure that people know about you. Use your friends. If it's a do-it-yourself video, use your friends. Tell your friends, you know what, I created this video. I actually use this particular software. It's not all that, but it will help me get there. So baby steps are important. I would encourage you that if you are a business person and you cannot be able to hire a professional, then start it yourself. And right now, we have people like social media influencers. They actually shoot with their smartphones. They just make the content interesting. So you can find ways of making the content interesting, and it can go out there and it can go viral, and you might see customers like you've never seen before. So it's actually very good just to analyze and see where you're at and see where you actually need to do it yourself or use a professional. All right. Hope that answers your question. So at Davasha photography, do you do advertising videos? Yes, we've done a lot of infomercials, social media adverts. We've done a lot of video content that is actually advertising corporate entities, because we do corporate work. All right. And so we've done tons and tons of videos as far as advertising is concerned. So if you're out there and you're looking for professionals, just like what David Njuguna there was asking, we are the professionals that you're looking for to be able to help you to create a concept and a video, a promotional video for your own business. And with that, you will scale in heights. All right. So we work for very many corporate companies. I mean, it's only that at a particular point we cannot be able to show you some of the work that we've done because of corporate, because of copyright constraints. But if we were able to show you some of these things, go to our website, see some of the videos that we've done. We've worked with Coke, we've worked with EABL, we've worked with many corporate entities, and we have actually created nice, interesting, and entertaining videos for advertising for them. And not at any one point have they come back to us and they were disappointed. We have always satisfied the needs of our clients at any particular point. So thank you, David, for that. How can we grow as the African continent and be a giant of our own, especially the young generation who have a lot of time and potential, because most giants we know of are from the Western world? So that is a pretty interesting thought and a question right there. So how can we be able to grow ourselves as Africans? You know, one of the unique things as Africans is that we have a very rich culture. I was actually talking to my friend of mine some time back, and he was telling me that if he would pick out a story to be able to shoot something like a film, he would actually pick the story of the Morans. And why would he pick the story of the Morans? This is the reason why. Morans are the only ethnic group in the world that have actually been able to confront a lion face to face and kill it. Think about that. Morans are the only ethnic community in the world that face a lion head on and they're able to attack it and kill it. It's amazing. Of course, we have people like David in the Bible who killed a lion, but in today and this present day, I mean, how many of them? I don't know if they use some supernatural power to be able to do that. I don't know, because for David, he had, the David of the Bible had actually the backing, the Spirit of God in him that helped him to be able to do that. And it empowered him and gave him grace and potential to be able to do that. But right now, I think David maybe was a Maasai at that particular point. But the story of the Morans is a very rich story. And where do I get this from? It means that we have a very rich culture in the African community that we can be able to leverage on, and we can be able to scale in the heights, because it's all about uniqueness. I tell you the truth. It's all about uniqueness. What do you have that is unique? And how does the world distinguish what you have with someone else's? Why do we have to watch you and not watch this other person? What is that one reason why we have to come to Africa to be able to do things, or come to Africa to be able to explore some of these things instead of the Western world? Why Africa? So one approach is using our culture, and our culture is very rich, and we have not actually exhausted anything about our culture. We have the Maasai community, and they have an interesting culture where they create nice, interesting ornaments. Very nice, interesting ornaments. I mean, if you look at them, they're all, colored up on their face, on their foreheads. And these things, we can create them and create enterprises to sell these things all over the world, and they are unique products. So I think we can leverage on our culture and create giants in the world of video, in any world, and be able to actually dominate the world. All right. So I think we have not get that point where we have to realize that we have a potential, and this potential can put us on the map. All right. So culture is one way that we can leverage, Mr. Elijah there. So have the restrictions on flying drones in Kenya been lifted? I think the government should support its people in encouraging them and not pushing them away or making the terms hard to cope with. Yes, of course. Now, the issue of drones is not only a Kenyan thing. Let me just put that across. It's actually a global thing. And just like you've seen in the past, people, you cannot be able to fly a helicopter, or you cannot be able to actually drive a car without a license. And drones are unsafe at some point. All right. And if you're not a very good pilot for the drones, then you can be able to cause some harm, or it can be a hazard as far as you being a pilot is concerned. And so legislation is important because it tries to mitigate hazards, or it tries to create some safety measures for people. All right. But I think they should come up with friendly legislations and licenses that are affordable, so that the creative industry can be able to leverage in this technology of drones. I actually was just going through statistics, and they're saying in 2017 we had 3 million people who actually owned consumer drones. Consumer drones are the drones that we actually use in our weddings. You've gone to a wedding maybe and you've seen someone flying a drone, all right? Maybe I'll not speculate, but maybe you have a friend who has seen a drone, or maybe you have gone to an event and you've seen people flying a drone. So those are the consumer grades, all right? They're drones that are professional and they can do crazy stuff. But these things can be a hazard. But what the government needs to do, it needs to consider that there's talent. And if in the US alone, there are 300 million in 2017, 300 million users in 2017. And of course, they were not legislated, but right now they have actually very affordable and very friendly ways that you can be able to follow, or ways that you can, steps that you can be able to follow, so that you can actually legally own a drone and use it for commercial purpose. All right. So I think our government needs to do something. And also we in the art industry, we also need to go to the government and raise some of these concerns and be able to have the government hear what we have to say, because there are things like public participation. We need to leverage on that and see how the government can ease up some of these regulations, so that we can be able to maximize on the arts that we have and on the technology that has been created in the world right now. Okay, so those are our YouTube comments. Very nice, intriguing comments right there. Let me see on Facebook if we have some nice, interesting comments coming through. And I see time is not on our side. But Kimsley Carlsley say, I'm loving this giant in video world. Thank you so much. They're definitely revolutionary in this day and age. I will try and use the one of this giant during this time to learn new skills. Yes, try and enter into one of the giant worlds. If you're a photographer, try one of the giants and let the world know what you can be able to do. And you might find yourself getting calls, and you might end up doing business even throughout this time as we continue to build our economy, even though things are tough. But try the giants and you will see yourself getting somewhere, because these are giants. Remember, they are noticeable. You cannot be able to ignore them. All right. And then King Madadi, great discussion. A quick one though, how would you know the right platform to use to get to your preferred audience? Say I do wedding videos. How will I know the right platform and maybe equipment to use? All right. So again, as we're saying, also these giant platforms, there is a lot of content. There is a lot of knowledge out there that you can be able to use. Some of these questions you can actually engage on platforms, and you can actually engage professionals, and they can be able to guide you, as you're saying. But as you're discussing, how would you know the right platform? So you need to look at what you're doing first. For example, weddings. So how do people, or what is the best platform for wedding videos? What is the best platform? I've seen many companies, even for us, because we do weddings, we've always uploaded our content on Facebook, because Facebook has very, very heavy traffic. Every time someone is on Facebook, WhatsApp status, YouTube, all right, websites, you can use all these platforms, but try and look at the platform and see where do I find much traffic? Or how do I use my videos on online platforms just to create traffic? Maybe you can use your friends. See, where do you have most friends? Look at your Facebook page. How many friends do you have on Facebook page? And you might realize that you have 5,000 friends, all right? And that might be a best place to start. Why? Because maybe most of your friends that are actually on Facebook do not know that you do wedding videos. So if you upload them on Facebook, and that's where you have much traffic in terms of friends, then you can be able to leverage on that platform and pull people to see what you can be able to do. And then with that, there's something that we call word of mouth, all right? It's a marketing tool, word of mouth. When people see that you've done good work, then they can be able to speak it out there in the world. And when they have a friend who's doing a wedding, because they saw a video that you uploaded on Facebook, then they can be able to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. And there you can be able to build an empire. And that's how we have always grown, even ourselves. We have used our friends, we have used people we know, networks that we know, and these people have helped us to actually create very good business out there. All right. So again, you can always go to Instagram. Instagram is very heavy on traffic in terms of people who trickle in there and look at. You can look at your friends, the followers that you have on Instagram, and you can use that to leverage on advertising. All right. So I hope that answers your question. Let me see if there are any other comments on YouTube. There is none, and this is pretty exciting. So thank you so much, guys, for engaging on this platform. I see already time is much spent, so allow me to end this video at this particular point with a nice interesting video of these live sessions, and you can be able to tune in. Remember, we have sessions on Monday 11 a.m. for Wednesdays for video 11 a.m. That's what we're doing right now. And then also on Fridays we have a platform for inspiring young entrepreneurs. All right, and these wonderful platforms will give you knowledge that you can be able to use and exercise, and it will be beneficial for you as you continue with your daily life. So thank you so much for watching. God bless and amen.